Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Nick. I've just got out of watching Longlegs. This is my immediate reaction, non-spoiler reaction to the film. Directed by Oz Perkins. I think I've got that right. It stars Maika Monroe as a young FBI agent investigating a series of murders from a serial killer. Said serial killer is played by Nicolas Cage under extremely heavy prosthetics. Like I said, Maika Monroe is a young FBI agent. She's brought into this investigation because she has this ability, this, some would say, psychic ability. She has these hunches that seem to pay off all the time, and they think she can help with this case. It turns out there are links to the occult, and as we progress throughout the film, we find that there is a definite link between the stuff that's happened in her past and what's kind of going on now. This film, there's been a lot of comparisons between this and Silence of the Lambs. They're saying it's like a new version of Silence of the Lambs. I think that's pretty accurate. It doesn't have the grand scale of the Silence of the Lambs, but at the same time, it has this sense, the mood of it. Definitely there's parallels there. Oz Perkins plays this film at a very slow and deliberate pace. There is a sense of foreboding from the very opening frame that does not let up for the whole, I think it's 1 hour, 41 minutes of this film. It permeates every single scene. There are long, languishing shots that will slowly zoom in or slowly pan across, and we're just there to observe everything unfold. This was genuinely unsettling. A lot of the reviews that I'd read beforehand were saying that it was a film that was going to stay with you for days afterwards. I'm not sure I've got that sense yet, but I think I'm going to be thinking about it long into the evening, about what I've just seen. If you've seen anything of the trailers, you've seen anything, any reviews, anything, any of the online chatter about it, Nicolas Cage is just something else in this film. There's quite a few performances we've seen in recent times, like Colin Farrell playing the Penguin, for example, where they're under heavy prosthetics and they get completely lost in that role. Nicolas Cage, for the most part, is completely unrecognisable here, and just the whole performance, despite these heavy prosthetics, it just comes through, and just every bit of speech, every inflection in his voice, it's just so completely and utterly unsettling and creepy, and at moments terrifying, and it's just unlike anything I've ever seen him do before. Nicolas Cage over the years has been incredibly meme-worthy, and has had reached a different kind of celebrity because of that kind of thing. But at the same time, we cannot forget what a class act he is and what an amazing actor he is. And this film just puts that to the forefront. Absolutely incredible. Maika Monroe plays a very withdrawn character. She's very quiet, she's very insular. It feels like she only speaks when she needs to, and she's been thrown in at the deep end on this case, and it's something that's likely going to change her forever. She was outstanding in this role. There was a real vulnerability with her, a real lack of confidence in her character, and you were immediately worried about how she was going to be affected by the events that are going on, and how close things would affect her ultimately. Yeah, this film was a real surprise to me. It wasn't on my radar at all, and literally within the last 2 or 3 days, I saw the trailer for it. And then lo and behold, it was coming out this Friday. So I finished work this afternoon and decided I'm going to go and watch it. I need to see it before I read anything, before I see the reveal for Nicolas Cage. None of the market material have actually shown his face. There's glimpses everywhere in the trailers, but it's just something else. It's just something else. There's a couple of other supporting characters in this. It's Alicia Witt, who, when that character first comes on screen, I was thinking, I know this person. Who is this actor? And just didn't recognise her. And then it suddenly kicked in. Absolutely. Again, I think everyone in this film is playing against type and are kind of lost behind some sort of mask, unlike anything you've seen them in before. With Maika Monroe, the films that I've seen her in previously, they've been, largely horror films, and she's played these very loud teen characters, certainly from the films, like I said, that I've seen from her. And when I saw the trailers, I was unsure she was going to be able to pull this off, playing this FBI agent, and it was so against anything that I'd seen her in before. She does an incredible job in this film. You know, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I think this probably will stay with me that little bit longer. Like I said, the pace of the whole film is so deliberate and so measured, you cannot help but get absorbed by everything that you're watching and sort of taking in and be affected by it. It's, almost lost for words. If I had one niggle, and it's not even really a niggle, is that I felt that the third act kind of felt a bit signposted for me. I had a feeling it was going to go to a certain point. How we get there completely throws you. But at the same time, I think the staging for those final scenes still, where they were signposted, still played out in a way that just felt completely unnerving and completely chilling. I'm going to leave it out. I'm trying to stay non-spoiler, and I feel like I'm actually going into spoiler territory, so I will stop here. If you like taut psychological thrillers with a little bit of the occult, thrown in, this is definitely for you. It feels very in mood. Like I said, it feels very Silence of the Lambs. It feels quite Seven, and it kind of takes it to another level as well. This would be the film for you. Go and see it as soon as you can. Try not to get spoiled. Try and stay offline if you can. Do not read any spoilers about where you're going with it. Go in clean, absorb everything that the actors and the directors brought to you, and just be prepared for an emotionally exhausting yet satisfying visit to your cinema. Yeah, recommend this one completely and utterly. Gonna leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. If you did like this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you very, very soon. Go and see Longlegs. Cuckoo.